Once upon a time, a mother duck sat on her nest, waiting for her eggs to hatch. One by one, the eggs cracked open, and out came several fluffy yellow ducklings. But the last egg was larger than the others, and when it finally hatched, out came a big, grey duckling that looked very different from his siblings. The other ducklings stared at him and whispered, "How strange he looks." The mother duck was surprised but said, "He's my child, and I love him no matter what." However, as the days passed, the other animals in the farmyard teased the grey duckling. They called him ugly because he didn't look like the others. Even his brothers and sisters were unkind to him, pecking and pushing him away. Feeling sad and lonely, the ugly duckling decided to leave the farmyard. He ran away to a nearby marsh, where he met a group of wild ducks. They looked at him and said, "You're very ugly, but you can stay here if you like." But soon, hunters came to the marsh, frightening the birds away, and the ugly duckling was left all alone again. He wandered through the forest, enduring the cold and hunger. He came across a small cottage where an old woman lived with her cat and hen. She took him in, hoping he might lay eggs, but the cat and hen made fun of him. "You're ugly and can't even lay eggs," they scoffed. Feeling unwanted, the ugly duckling left the cottage and continued his journey. As winter arrived, the ugly duckling struggled to survive. He found a place to hide among the reeds, but he was cold and hungry. One day, he saw a flock of beautiful swans flying overhead. He admired their grace and beauty, wishing he could be as lovely as they were. Winter was harsh, but the ugly duckling made it through. When spring finally arrived, he saw the swans return to the lake. Feeling drawn to them, he decided to approach, even though he feared they might reject him. As he glided toward them, he caught his reflection in the water and was shocked. He wasn't an ugly duckling anymore, he was a beautiful swan. The other swans welcomed him with open wings, and he felt a joy he had never known. As he joined his new family, children on the shore pointed and shouted, "Look at that beautiful swan." The once ugly duckling blushed, realizing that he had finally found where he belonged. He had grown into a graceful swan, and now, at last, he understood that being different was never a bad thing. It just meant he was unique. With his new family by his side, the beautiful swan swam across the lake, happy and proud of who he had become. And so, the ugly duckling, now a stunning swan, lived happily ever after, knowing that true beauty comes from within.